Odinga, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, and the ODM party, my former party.
That no matter our disagreements, our visions and disappointments, we have to have a country first.
Ukiongea mambo ya ODM nikiwa hapo, muongee na sauti ya chini. Kwa sababu mimi naelewa ODM kuliko wengi wenu. Mimi nilikuwa deputy party leader wa ODM. Si namna hiyo?
By telling my brother Agwambo, now you have the mantle, my brother. Now you have the mantle of ODM. And I want to remind you of the words of a philosopher who said, a man who wants to lead the orchestra must turn his back to the crowd. My friend, Agwambo, please look forward, don't look back.
I want to commend both the Right Honorable Raila Odinga and the ODM party, my former party.
That no matter our disagreements, our visions and disappointments, we have to have a country first.
Ukiongea mambo ya ODM nikiwa hapo, muongee na sauti ya chini. Kwa sababu mimi naelewa ODM kuliko wengi wenu. Mimi nilikuwa deputy party leader wa ODM. Si namna hiyo?
By telling my brother Agwambo, now you have the mantle, my brother. Now you have the mantle of ODM. And I want to remind you of the words of a philosopher who said, a man who wants to lead the orchestra must turn his back to the crowd. Please look forward, don't look back.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Thank you, Octave. As we continue to proceed and serve dinner, may I just guide, most humbly so, that we allow the teams that have proceeded to serve to come back first so that then we can proceed so that we don't have a very long queue. Thank you. Enjoy. Octave.
Raila Odinga and the ODM party, my former party.
That no matter our disagreements, our visions and disappointments, we have to have a country first.
Ukiongea mambo ya ODM nikiwa hapo, muongee na sauti ya chini. Kwa sababu mimi naelewa ODM kuliko wengi wenu. Mimi nilikuwa deputy party leader wa ODM. Si namna hiyo?
By telling my brother Agwambo, now you have the mantle, my brother. Now you have the mantle of ODM. And I want to remind you of the words of a philosopher who said, a man who wants to lead the orchestra must turn his back to the crowd. My friend, Agwambo, please look forward, don't look back.
I want to commend both the Right Honorable Raila Odinga and the ODM party, my former party.
That no matter our disagreements, our visions and disappointments, we have to have a country first.
Ukiongea mambo ya ODM nikiwa hapo, muongee na sauti ya chini. Kwa sababu mimi naelewa ODM kuliko wengi wenu. Mimi nilikuwa deputy party leader wa ODM. Si namna hiyo?
By telling my brother Agwambo, now you have the mantle, my brother. Now you have the mantle of ODM. And I want to remind you of the words of a philosopher who said, a man who wants to lead the orchestra must turn his back to the crowd. forward. Don't look back.
I want to commend both the Right Honorable Raila Odinga and the ODM party, my former party.
That no matter our disagreements, our visions and disappointments, we have to have a country first.
Ukiongea mambo ya ODM nikiwa hapo, muongee na sauti ya chini. Kwa sababu mimi naelewa ODM kuliko wengi wenu. Mimi nilikuwa deputy party leader wa ODM. Si namna hiyo?
By telling my brother Agwambo, now you have the mantle, my brother. Now you have the mantle of ODM. And I want to remind you of the words of a philosopher philosopher who said, a man who wants to lead the orchestra must turn his back to the crowd. Please look forward, don't look back.
I want to commend both the Right Honorable Raila Odinga and the ODM party, my former party.
That no matter our disagreements, our visions and disappointments, we have to have a country first.
Ukiongea mambo ya ODM nikiwa hapo, muongee na sauti ya chini. Kwa sababu mimi naelewa ODM kuliko wengi wenu. Mimi nilikuwa deputy party leader wa ODM. Si namna hiyo?
By telling my brother Agwambo, now you have the mantle, my brother. Now you have the mantle of ODM. And I want to remind you of the words of a philosopher who said, a man who wants to lead the orchestra must turn his back to the crowd. Please look forward, don't look back.
Thank you, Octave Band. I trust that you are enjoying your dinner. This is a celebration of consistency, of astuteness, of focus. Perhaps your hands may be too full for you to clap, but I will just want you to turn to the person next to you before I invite the chair of the planning committee and tell that person 20 years is not a joke. Kindly turn to the person next to you. 20 years is not a joke. Think about it. Where were you 20 years ago? And I hear somebody saying I was an ODM member. So were you, so was I. So allow me to invite the chair of the planning committee for the ODM at 20 celebrations, the minority leader in the National Assembly, Honorable Junaid Mohammed. And as Junaid comes, I'll request the service team to serve as discreetly as possible. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Odomobagi. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, my party leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga, Prime Cabinet Secretary, leadership of the ODM party, na ODM members. When I say ODM, unasema tuko tayari. Everyone in this room tonight must sing ODM, including the President. Lazima muimbe ODM hapa leo. Haya, ODM. ODM. Rais Bono Manyamasa. ODM. Oh, very good. Your Excellency, today or tonight or the last 3 days, from Thursday, Friday, and today Saturday, we have been in the Coast region celebrating our 20th anniversary as ODM. On Friday, we had a National Governing Council on Thursday. On Friday, we had three functions, a youth function, women function, a women event, and a concert for the youth in the evening. And today, we had the main celebration at Mamangina waterfront. And tonight, as a founder member of this party, you decided to host us for a founders dinner. Can we clap for this? This program or these celebrations started when our departed party leader was there. And I remember very well, he discussed with you at length about it. And we were supposed to do it on 10th of October, from 14th and 15th. And 16th, I think. Then he traveled and he didn't come back, unfortunately. But you are aware that when you discussed with him, you agreed with him that as a founder member of the party, you are going to host the ODM party in Mombasa for a founders dinner. So we appreciate you. We have eaten well as ODM. The kind of food you serve today here is not very common in ODM, but it's okay. I can see there is light at the end of the tunnel. But before I say much, tonight is a Founders Day. So the founder members are here. They have been invited. This is their night. We have the President, William Samoei Ruto. We have the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Musalia Mudavadi. We have Honorable Mumbi Ngaru. We have Honorable Henry Kosgei. We have Honorable Franklin Bett. And we have Honorable CS Beatrice School. That is the list that has been given to be the founder members of this party. They are big men who came after them. They are not founders, but they are big men. We have CS Oparanya here. We have CS Joho. Those are big men in ODM, Your Excellency, but they were not, I think, founders. When it was being founded, ODM was being founded, some of them maybe were sugarcane farmers. They were farming sugarcane in Mumias area. Anyway, Your Excellency, I don't want to take much. I want to invite the first Secretary General of the party, who is also a founder member, the Governor of Kisumu County, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, to come and recognize his colleagues and give them a chance to speak to the ODM members today. There are many people here. There are youths here who don't have the history of this party, but they belong to this party and they support this party. Professor, welcome.
ODM, oye! The bright lady and many others. So it is a good day that we have come together as a family to celebrate our past and our achievements and our hope for the future. As a teacher, among other things, I like to put the record straight. 20 years ago, an orange became more than just a fruit. It became a symbol, the emblem of a people's defiance, the voice of a nation demanding justice, and the promise of a Kenya reborn. Out of the fire of the 2005 referendum, the Orange Democratic Movement was born. Not merely as another political party, but as a movement of hope, a force for reform, and a covenant with the people of Kenya. Today, comrades, as we gather here 2 decades later, we are not only celebrating 20 years of existence, we are celebrating resilience. We honor the sacrifices of our founders, the courage of our supporters, and the unwavering dream of a fair, just, and prosperous Kenya. ODM at 20 is not just the story of a party. It is the story of a people who refuse to surrender their destiny. Distinguished Wanachungwa, as a pioneer Secretary General of this great movement, I stand before you with pride to reflect on our journey. The Orange Democratic Movement was formally registered in 2005, emerging from the No campaign during the constitutional referendum of that year. And I remember the prime movers of the ODM disappeared somewhere in Ukambani, and the president was one of them. I don't know whether that place was called Kwambungo or something like that. Yeah? Busiongumbo. That is where we disappeared, to conspire how to bring this political party to birth in a nation that was suppressed by presidential authoritarianism. The Orange Democratic Movement, having been registered with the orange as the symbol, the voice of those who opposed the proposed draft constitution came together, opposing the so-called Kilifi draft constitution and embracing the Bomas of Kenya draft. In history, you need to learn what those two drafts of the constitution stood for. The Bomas of Kenya are people's proposal for a new constitution. The Kilifi draft are defense for the past and a privilege for the few. We viewed that a draft as a legal camouflage designed to sustain the old reactionary order, not the progressive democratic Kenya that we, ODM, envisioned. ODM was formed by leaders and citizens who could no longer tolerate injustice, disorder, and reckless leadership. We sought genuine change, not a repackaged continuation of bad governance. Among the key founding figures who stood with the people were Raila Amolo Odinga, Makofi Basi, our party leader and the enduring face of the movement, whose untimely passing remains a great loss to our people. Uhuru Kenyatta, who initially allied with ODM during the referendum before charting his own political path and later becoming Kenya's fourth president. William Ruto, a central figure in the 2005 No campaign, one of the ODM's strongest mobilizers in the Rift Valley, and now the President of the Republic of Kenya. Kalonzo Musyoka, who also opposed the Kilifi draft constitution, but later formed ODM Kenya, now the Wiper Democratic Movement. Musalia Mudavadi, who stood alongside Raila as his running mate in 2007, and now serves as Kenya's Prime Cabinet Secretary. Najib Balala, a proud member of the ODM Pentagon, representing the Coast region. What with Najib? He's out of the country. I will stand in for him. After the referendum victory, internal disagreements led to a split. ODM Raila's faction and ODM Kenya Kalonzo's faction. Raila's ODM went on to contest the 2007 general election, nearly capturing power in one of Kenya's most disputed elections, and establishing that the vision of the ODM that it led was really the true story that Kenyans want to hear about. At its formation in 2005, ODM crafted a clear and bold vision, rooted in the spirit of reform and the will of the people. Defending the people's sovereignty became an important item on our agenda, ensuring that the will of Kenyans, as expressed in the referendum, would guide constitutional, political, and economic reforms. Advancing constitutional change became our permanent mission, replacing centralized governance with a people-driven constitution, promoting devolution, inclusivity, and checks and balances on presidential power. Bridging the gap between the rich and the poor was also on our agenda, pressing historical injustices in land, addressing historical injustices in land, governance, and human rights, and ensuring fair resource distribution. Strengthening multi-party democracy, fighting corruption, and protecting civil liberties. Under the leadership of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, ODM sought to unite Kenya in its diversity, embracing our ethnic, cultural, and regional identities under the clarion call, Chungwa Moja, Maisha Bora. Chungwa Moja, Maisha Bora. The path has been rough and slippery at times, yet our spirit has never wavered. In 2007, we launched our manifesto, the ODM Roadmap to Real Change. Its Three key pillars remain relevant today. One, constitutional and institutional reform. A people-driven constitution, rule of law, accountability, and balanced presidential powers. Two, devolution and equitable development. Resources to reach every county and correct historical marginalization. Third, economic growth and equity. Job creation for the youth, agricultural empowerment, and fair access to land. And a prosperous modern industrial and manufacturing sector. Social justice and human development. Free basic education, universal health care, and poverty reduction. National unity and cohesion. Inclusivity across all divides, and a war against corruption, nepotism, and impunity. Further infrastructure and modernization, expanding roads, energy, ICT, water, and housing for all. Our goal was simple yet profound: to redefine governance and redistribute opportunity so that every Kenyan could truly feel the promise of independence. Ladies and gentlemen, we must now look at our legacy. Our story is written in the heartbeat of this nation. Remembering what happened in Italy, for example, in 1871. Under the Grand Coalition, our leader became Prime Minister, and we laid the foundation for reforms that will still shape Kenya today. In 2010, we achieved one of our founding goals, the birth of a new constitution that devolved power and protected rights. 2013, 17, and 22, though denied victory through political malpractice, ODM stood firm as the people's watchdog, the voice of accountability, and the defender of revolution. Asante sana ndugu wangu. Mungu akubariki. ODM has been tested but never broken, challenged but never defeated. As we celebrate 20 years of resilience, we must renew our covenant with the people of Kenya. The next 20 years must be about economic justice, building an economy that works for the mama mboga, the border rider, and the village farmer that we envisioned in Vision 2030. Social protection, healthcare for every family, education for every child, dignity for every worker, defending devolution, ensuring resources which where our people live and our people dream for a better future. Unity and inclusivity, a Kenya where no community is left behind, and no citizen feels like a stranger in their own country. And above all, ODM must nurture a new generation of leaders, men and women who will carry this flame of reform into the future. In conclusion, mabwana na mabibi, na wale wasio na mabibi, let us remember this truth. ODM is not just a party. It is a movement. ODM is the dream. ODM is the dream of the farmer who tills his land seeking fair markets. ODM is the cry of the mother who wants health care for her children. ODM is the hope of the youth, yearning for opportunity, dignity, and justice. we must reignite the fire for the next 20 years. A fire of struggle, service, resoluteness, and victory. I foresee political jungles opening up, darkness giving way to light, and lives transformed. So let us rise, united, one people, one movement, one nation. May ODM live on. May democracy thrive. May the people of Kenya forever be free and prosperous. Long live ODM. Long live a united Kenya. ODM at 20, stronger than ever. Asanteni sana. Can I take this opportunity, please, to call my chairman, Henry Koski, to come and say a word. This is the founder chairman of the ODM. Jamge? Missing? Still missing.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Ruto, all protocols observed, ODM members, mko tayari? Asante sana. I don't have a speech because you never warned me I'm going to make a speech. So I'll be very brief. First, let me take this opportunity to congratulate ODM for making it to 20 years. I think you are only second to Kanu. And quite a number of all of us also came from Kanu. So congratulations. And as Chi says, no, not the current one, the old one. To say no, to reject what we call the Kilifi draft, Wako draft. I saw Wako here. Wapi Wako? Yeah, Kule. Yeah, Wako. Amos Wako. We rejected your draft. We went to the IEBC to choose a symbol. And when we got there, I was there. When we got there, we too had two, on one hand a banana and an orange on the other. And I remember very well, very clearly, him giving us a banana. He gave us on this hand, but then took it back and gave us the orange. So we grabbed the orange. I always wondered what would have happened if we had taken the banana. Anyway, we were lucky. We got the banana, we got the orange, and the banana ended up with the other side, and they became bananas. And then, fast forward, after the campaign, we campaigned so hard as a team. Now we in Kanu, together with the President and Honorable Musalia, and quite a number, with the LDP group. At that time, we in Kanu, we had lost 2002 elections, and actually the government that came in persecuted us, particularly people from Rift Valley. They were sacked, those in the military, those in the police force, those in parastatals. They were sacked left, right, center, until, I think the President remembers this, we said, please, enough is enough. Don't continue, persecuting us. And we tried to create a dialogue to stop the persecution, because we had lost quite a number of people. Imagine, there was 20 senior police officers who were one day told, out, get out. And they were sitting in their cars doing nothing, waiting to be. So when I hear sometimes stories about blah, 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 I wonder, do they really remember? Anyway, so we teamed up with LDP. So immediately after the referendum, they were sacked. The LDP group who had joined the part of NAC, they were sacked. So we were happy. Now we could work together. They have been sacked, we have been victimized, so we teamed up. Fast forward, we went round after winning the no, and we said, this can be a party, the Orange Democratic Movement. And Your Excellency, you will remember in Kisumu, that big huge rally where they were singing, Ruto, Ruto, Ruto. Because you had done a very good campaign, so they thought we won the election, we won the no, because you did a wonderful campaign. So we said we can go and form a party. So we agreed to go and meet in Machakos, this place called Kwashambungo. I don't know that I pronounced that correctly, but we went there and agreed in principle that let's form a party. Now, Your Excellency, His Excellency the President had shown presidential ambitions. Raila was there, Mudavadi was there, Achib Alala was there, Hormanyaga was there. They had said they want to be president. And you can see, in ambition, you must be ambitious. Kuwa presidency rahisi. So they went into a room themselves to discuss who will be. I think they must have been discussing, you might tell us, they must have been discussing who would be chairman. But then they agreed that none of them who has presidential ambitions should be chair. So they said, who should be given the interim chairman? So Julius Kemboy, who was one of the lawyers who was inside, and Otieno Kachwang was also in the meeting. Julius was the first one to come and said, would you like to be chairman? I said, of course, yes, I don't mind being chairman. And then Otieno Kachwang followed. Otieno Kachwang came to try and convince me to be chairman. I was already convinced. So we agreed. They came. The rest of the positions, I think, you came later. After that, by Shambungo as acting secretary. Then we went to Naivasha to strategize now on what the party principles and values are. And we had a very big argument on who should be members. Individual members, and of course Uhuru and Kanu and Gideon were still in Kanu. We were also in Kanu. And they said, let's have also corporate members. And for a whole 2 days we talked about who should be member, corporate or individuals only. Raila was for individuals. We talked over, we agreed, let's have both individual members and corporate. So we went out of our way to accommodate Kanu. So we came in, and then we now came to Nairobi to register the ODM. And we found out that a mischievous character called Manyara, with maybe I can't call it, maybe a sinister motive, had registered our party. How come? Who is this Manyara? We haven't even known him. I think I've met the character twice. Is he here? Papi, he's around, eh? One day he will tell us his motive. So we decided no. Let's register ODM Kenya. So we went ahead and registered ODM Kenya. It was not easy. The government refused to register. But through connections here and there, Janet, the first executive officer, knew some people in the Register of Societies, and we managed to register ODM Kenya. But because we could not be officials, because if we had become officials, we would have had to resign from our seats as members of parliament. So we took, but a little bit, they even refused to give us a certificate of registration. So we went and I climbed up Sharia House, there's a wall, it's not a wall, it's a barrier. And we got the certificate anyway. And I was trying to carry to show the people. And the young people from Kibera, you know how they are. They wanted to grab the certificate. And I was holding it in my hands, and they eventually broke the glass, and it cut my hand here. I have a mark. And then we went with it to Uhuru Park, trying to have a small rally. And the police came and tear gassed us. First time nilikula tear gas. Kwa hivyo kama uchakula tear gas, uchapata kushote. Anyway, so we registered the party under Manso and I don't know who else. Maybe the president knows. I don't know all of them. You know, age is catching up on me. But we got so we went to Banafric Hotel. At that time, there was still push and we were still pulling. Uhuru was still pulling. but I don't know what he wanted, and we had given corporate members. So I called him. I said, Uru, go back to your people. Don't come and harass us here. Go back to Kano and build your base there. We will remain here. And then Kalonzo also, and Mutula Senior, still continued wanting. Kumbe they knew. The next thing, they ran away with the party. That Dan Manso. Huh? So we were partyless. We were ODM, but without any party. They had run away with the party. So now we thought of, what shall we do? What shall we do? Imanyara has registered the other one. Here is ODM guy is gone. So we thought, well, let's register for ODM Asili or ODM Original. So we were still debating. But the party leader, Honorable Raila, and his soul rest in peace, you know, he was a good thinker. So one day, when we were still talking, there was a restaurant somewhere we used to go sometimes on Lanana Road. He said, you know, Kumbe he had actually decided to approach Imanyara and, well, ask what you want. The rest you can conclude. So Raila told us, we have the party. We have the ODM now. So, hallelujah. Now we are back to, we have not formed the ODM Original or ODM that. So we continued now as a party towards the election of 2007. And I can tell you, it was a hot election. And I can tell you, we fought on principles. We came up with that Maisha Bora. What was it again? Chungwa Moja, Maisha Bora. We came up with that one. But let me tell you also, at that time, there was also this idea of Machimbo. Machimbo. Everybody thought Machimbo meant, you know, some ethnic, you know, occupation, particularly in Rift Valley. Nobody wanted to hear that. No, we wanted Machimbo. But our brothers thought Machimbo means being expelled from an area. So we thought of what shall we do? What is the next word? What is the next word? So one day, Rosemary, is Rosemary here? Rosemary Odinga came up with the word ukatusi. So that's how, you know, a young lady comes up with an alternative. We were wondering, what shall we call? Is there no other word other than Machimbo? Maybe we should have asked watu wa pwani watuambie. But imagine a young lady from Nyanza came up with the word ukatusi. Up to now, I don't even know what ukatusi means, but we used it anyway as ukatusi. So because one of the principles of ODM was devolution, to have a devolved government. We used to say we don't want an imperial presidency, we want to devolve power and resources. Fast forward, 2013, 2007, of course, everybody knows, you know, the results. What happened? We were beaten. The president and I, we were still arguing with Kivuitu about 6 o'clock. Then the police came and clobbered us beaten us, and Itere, who was then the commandant of the JSU, I think he was rewarded eventually. He became commissioner of police. Came and grabbed Ruto, took him to State House to go and announce the winner, in quotes. And we were left almost orphaned. We went to some place near Hurlingham there, just to watch the swearing in at 7 p.m. So we watched, then we decided, what shall we do? As we were coming out, the country erupted. People started, the fighting that happened, the post-election violence. And then, worse still, they came back and said we had planned it. And case one, the president, Sang, and myself, we ended up 8,000 kilometers away in a court. The most unjust thing, I always ask the president, shall we ever get justice for being dragged all the way to 8,000 kilometers to be charged over? Can you imagine one of the items on the charges is rape? Imagine me being charged for rape. Anyway, I don't want to go into too much history. So that is that. And then, of course, after 2013, His Excellency the President formed URP, and he gave me a ticket, actually. He told me, I give you the Senate ticket, direct nomination. But because I was trying to relocate, then after I had handed over, there was going to be an election. Nyanyo, my friend Nyanyo, convinced me, why don't you wait and have something to eat before you go? So I agreed, we could go, so I agreed to wait, so we went to eat. And then now when we came back, it was voting time. I said, I'm still a member, let me vote. While I'm trying to cast my vote, some guns, goons, in black, because the man in black came and kicked out everything. I rushed out to my car. I don't know what happened at that time. That was almost my last function or my last activity in ODM. I went away, and the rest is history. So I went, and I changed the party now UIP was. Then later, immediately after that, Jubilee then, I became a Jubilee member. Then I became a UDA member. I'm currently a UDA member. But I must congratulate you again. Just and fair society, a prosperous society. A society that we can all proudly say we belong. And now since you said, or the MC here said, we want to take stock of what you have done and what the future is going to be, or what the future should be. Yes, you might call them, tell me, for the sake of a better word, ethnic communities. And we want a united country. We want a united nation. We want a prosperous country. And we can only do that if we remain united. I know, Anyangyo, you don't like me to say this, but now the future is the future. You know, Baba left you in the broad-based government. Stay in broad-based government. You know, in 2013, they formed something called CORD. 2017, they formed, what was it? NASA. That Musalia was NASA. And then 2022, we formed what? Asimio. So, the 2027, and I said, I'm going to offer you advice from an old man like me. 2027, broad-based. Broad-based. You can baptize it, but broad-based. Under His Excellency, William Samuel Ruto. Because I have given that history, and we have seen we have been together anyway. In spirit and in everything. Maybe in different parties, but we have been together. Let us stay together as one nation. What did you say? One word. You can continue saying one nation, one word, one. Bas. Asanteni sana. This guy, when we were looking for a slogan for Tuko Tayari, he's the one who came up with the word Tuko Tayari. And near Methodist guest house there, and we said Tuko Tayari. And the other side said Tuko Pamoja. So they always copied. But stay in the broad-based government. Stay in the coalition of William Samoei Ruto. Whatever you will call it broad-based coalition. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my chair. One more clap for my chair. Asanteni sana, asanteni sana. I want to call to the stage now, after you've listened to my chair giving you a very good history of the ODM. I concentrated the ODM's ideology, and he gave you a very good history. Now you are learned from here. BA, MA, to the other side. Thank you very much. Let me call my dear friend Mumbi Ngaru. Wapi huyu mama? Aje hapa, azungumuze na wananchi kama kawaida. Tafadhali. Haya, Mumbi is a very special lady to us in ODM. Come, my dear. And you hear her voice, you'll want her to speak up to morning time, but come.
Your Excellency, President William Ruto, thank you for remembering my name outside there. Yes. Our party leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga, Senator, and the family of my departed party leader, Raila Amolo Odinga, and all of us, all protocol observed. ODM, 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 na hatubanduki. Thank you very much, my friend, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. He was my lecturer at the University of Nairobi. Then he nominated me into the council of Thika Municipal Council, and I later became the mayor. I am here as a founder member of ODM. And as the story of merging the parties was done, the folding of LDP, the files, the names, the offices were done by this small girl, Mumbi Ngaru. The Gen Zs probably don't understand that even in age, we were Gen Zs at one particular time. That time, nobody in my region would touch ODM. Even today, I cannot be a candidate anywhere because I'll give others reason to insult me, not vote me, but demoralize me. And have worked behind the scenes. And as the story is told, I can tell it better. It's not for today. Your Excellency, President William Ruto, I didn't know I was going to have this opportunity. But I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for honoring my departed party leader, Honorable Raila Odinga. It was a very difficult time for me because him and my husband, Dr. Ngaru, they left each other exactly 6 months. Dr. Ngaru left, Raila Odinga came to bury him, and then the difference between them of their parting is only 6 months. I am not going to wail more than they believed, but I felt God. Thank you, Modoni, my daughter, wherever you are seated on the somewhere. We had to come and honor Raila Odinga. And again, Your Excellency, broad-based is not known in the region I come from. And when you do other things, remember, we are there. we have Akamau, we have Mwangi, Maina, we have so many of them. We are a part of the ODM that is in broad-based government. I thank you very much. Thank you again and for giving me this opportunity. Many people have left from my region. I think at the top there, I am one of them that are left, and we are not going anywhere. Dr. Senator Oburu Odinga, we are orphans with our chair of orphans, Honorable Junet. Remember, you have orphans, Kwamrima. Remember, you have orphans everywhere. And the legacy that you can hold dear for Baba is to make sure that you have all people from all the regions here in ODM. That was Baba's wish. I am not going to say Baba told me this, but I'm sure if you look for people who he talked to, the deep of deep, you will find my name there. When we were doing ODM and Governor Joho, I know you are a founder member because I know where we sat. I know where we folded the files. I know. So remind them that we belong. With those many, from my heart, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, the audience. I guess we have already given you the history of ODM, the experiences of leaders like my chairman, Henry Koske. Now it is time to come to the present day ODM. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I want to ask the ODM of today, under the competent leadership of Oburu Odinga, the party leader now, with the inspiration of the officers of the ODM now, may I take this opportunity, therefore, to hand over to Junet to now conduct the rest of the discussions. I thank you very much for listening. I thank you very much for your patience. Today is a day of the ODM. If we are here up to 5 in the morning, so be it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Governor of Kisumu County. You know, we were calling the founder members. Sio watu ya mkono ya founder members. Governor Joe alikuwa mtu ya mkono ya founder members that time. When I checked the records, but he will explain. The founder members were here, watu ya mkono walikuwa wanatembea nao. Sasa hiyo mtu ya mkono. Anyway, but we will explain. On a light note. So, I think we have heard from the former chairman. He's given a long history. And former chairman, I also want to grow old. Because pray for me, I become as old as your age. Because there are some things you've said here. If I say myself, I can be skinned here alive. But because of your age, you can go with it without anybody talking to you. Then we have our former chair of the election board, Honorable Franklin Bett. I think in the interest of time, we will ask him to allow us and then Beatrice School also. The current officials of ODM are here. They have been speaking since Thursday. But it will be good to hear their voice for 1 minute or 2 minutes so that we can give the other guests time to speak also. So I want to call upon our Secretary General, Honorable Edwin Sifuna, to come and say one word so that now we can invite the others also to say a word. Then we can hear the founder member who became the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you, Honorable Junet, Your Excellency the President, my party leader, the Senator for Siaya, the Honorable Dr. Oburu Oginga, It is true what Junet says, Your Excellency. We've been speaking from Thursday. I am here to do only two things. First of all, on behalf of all of us who call ourselves ODM members today, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all the founder members of ODM. You've given us something that we take pride in, and we are hoping and praying that in 20 years' time, maybe I will be standing the way the governor for Kisumu has stood here to tell stories about the journey of ODM. For the next 20 years. Secondly, Your Excellency, yes, Your Excellency, you know why. The Honorable Fourth President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. He has sent me his message here. I'm not going to say anything other than read his message. With your kind permission, Your Excellency, because he's a founder member and he was not able to join us today. I'll be very quick. This is a message from the former President, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, during the ODM 20th anniversary celebrations in Mombasa. To the ODM family, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by thanking the leadership of the Orange Democratic Movement for inviting me to join you this evening as you mark your 20th anniversary. I had hoped to join you in person, but due to engagements booked earlier, I could not make it. In fact, that was an issue we were to discuss with my brother when he got back. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Even then, I celebrate with you, my brothers and sisters. I vividly remember the numerous meetings and engagements that gave life to the Orange Democratic Movement. Indeed, it was a movement born not out of political convenience, but out of conviction. A broad coalition then of political leaders who rallied the No campaign against the 2005 Kenyan Constitution. Tulikuwa tunaitwa Pentagon. It was a movement whose ideals began to shape Kenya's democratic journey. A journey that began 20 years ago when we joined hands with my brother, the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, when he was the Liberal Democratic Party leader. I was the leader of the opposition in Kano. His Excellency William Ruto, Kalonzo Musyoka, Musalia Mudavadi, Najib Balala, and the late Joseph Nyaga. When we came together to form this movement, we did so not out of ambition, but out of conviction. Conviction that Kenya does deserve better, that our people deserve justice, dignity, and equal opportunity. As we moved to the 2007 election under the leadership of Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, the ODM was founded. It was founded as a voice of the voiceless, a rallying point for all who desire true democracy, constitutional reform, justice, good governance. It was built on the belief that leadership is not about power, but about service, that progress is not about individuals, but about people working together for the common good. So, you see, we believed that Kenya's strength lies in our diversity and that no single citizen should ever feel excluded from the promise of our nation because of where they come from, what they believe, their religion, or who they are. Allow me to share the core principles that we stood for at the time. Number one was democracy and good governance. We believed that sovereignty belonged to the people. We envisioned a Kenya where leadership is accountable, where power is not imposed but entrusted, and where government exists to serve and not to rule. I remember the conviction that drove us that democracy must never again be taken for granted in this country. We fought for free and fair elections, for transparent institutions, and for a culture of leadership guided by integrity and service. That spirit remains alive today. That spirit gave birth to the Orange Democratic Movement that we are celebrating here today. Number two was social justice and equity. ODM has always stood for social justice and equity, a Kenya where every person, regardless of their background, has a fair shot at success. We knew that political freedom without social justice was incomplete. Three, human rights. In the face of persecution, intimidation, and imprisonment, as the leaders then led by my brother, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, we stood tall in defending the human rights and freedoms of all Kenyans. Our unity under the Orange Movement taught us that the fight for freedom is not just about political space, but about the dignity of every person, the right to speak freely, to worship, to assemble, and to live without fear. Three, or is it five, economic justice. ODM was and continues to be an unwavering movement in its pursuit of economic justice, the idea that growth must be inclusive and prosperity shared. In the interest of time, Your Excellency, if you watch this, I'm going to skip to the last paragraph because I can see the Honorable Junet behind me. Wanachama wa ODM, today as you celebrate this milestone, my heart is emotionally heavy as I remember my brother and friend and compatriot, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. May his soul rest in peace. His absence today is deeply felt, but his presence is forever etched in our hearts and in the history of our beloved nation, Kenya. Baba was not just a leader of ODM, he was the spirit of its struggle, the embodiment of courage, endurance, and unwavering faith in the Kenyan dream. His courage, resilience, and selflessness shaped not just this movement, but the very course of Kenya's political evolution. Let us keep alive his fight for democracy, accountability, and inclusion. Let us make real his vision of a Kenya where no child goes hungry, where justice is not for the privileged few, and where every Kenyan, young or old, has an equal opportunity to thrive. May the next phase of ODM be a testament of renewal, growth, and steadfast commitment to building a Kenya that truly belongs to all her citizens. Thank you, God bless you, God bless ODM, and God bless our beloved country, Kenya. His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, CGH, 4th President of the Republic of Kenya. I thank you.
Thank you very much, SG. We have received the message from the former President, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. I don't know whether he was a member of Pentagon, but we shall see. The next speaker is, let me call the distinguished chair of our party, the Honorable Gladys Wanga, to say something in 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and founder member of the ODM party, our party leader, Dr. Oburu Oginga, distinguished founder members, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is not a night for long speeches because speeches have been made, and I think the highlights have been done by our founders who have described the journey that ODM has walked to get to 20 years and before then. And the lesson I've learned is that the journey was not an easy journey. It was a tough journey. But for a long time, the members held together. And in this time of transition, I think the biggest lesson I pick is that we must hold together because everyone has a role to play if we are going to move the party to the next 20 years. The other lesson I've seen is it was not devoid of a disagreement. I think people did not necessarily have the same view of matters all the time. But despite that, people sat on a table. I was listening. We went to that place in Ukambani. We went to Naivasha. We argued for 2 days over a single issue. And I think we must embrace that conversation, that hard discussion, so that we come out with a single place where we all belong and we move forward together. Finally, ODM has been foundationed on partnerships. We have partnered in 2007, we went into the election. In 2013, we built partnerships under CORD. In 2017, we built partnerships under NASA. In 2022, we built partnerships under Azimio. And as we move into the future, we must continue to build partnerships with people who are like-minded so that we can move together, because we will never or cannot really walk alone. Asanteni sana. It is not a night of long speeches. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Your Excellency, with your permission, before I call the two deputy party leaders and our longest-serving chair, there is a new elder in town, Your Excellency. There's an elder who has been crowned recently in Jerusalem. He's called Mr. Raila Odinga Jr. Let him come and say a word, Your Excellency, with your permission.
Hello. Sorry. I still don't know the correct distance to standing from the microphone. Your Excellency, maybe you'll show me. Inanisumbua sana, but I'll try my best. I prepared a speech, but I've had to summarize it. So, with your permission, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, our newly minted ODM party leader, Honorable Oburu Oginga, congratulations. Founders and members of the Orange Democratic Movement, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of my family, and especially my mother, I bring to you our warm greetings and heartfelt gratitude. She has been deeply touched and moved by the kindness, comfort, and immense love you have shown us during this season. Tonight is in many ways bittersweet. Baba looked forward to seeing the ODM family gather to celebrate 20 years of an idea he believed in with every fiber of his being. He is not here, but I stand here strengthened by the love you have shown him and the love you continue to show us. Some may wonder why I'm here, even as we continue to observe the 40 days of mourning. The truth is, Baba would have never had allowed me to stay away. He would have called me in his familiar tone, Kembo, where are you? And so tonight, I am here because he raised us to stand up, to show up, and to keep moving forward, no matter the season. Thanks. I cannot speak about ODM without speaking about the struggle that gave birth to it. I was literally born into this struggle. As a child of the fight for democracy, raised in a home shaped by sacrifice. I remember the first time I truly met Baba. I was 11. I had just returned home from school. At that time, we lived in Kenya High School, where my mother taught, and I saw a compound filled with many people, just the way people are right now. When I got into a house, I saw a man with a thick beard who resembled the one on the photographs on the wall, and he was holding my brother and sister. He was a stranger to me, yet he was a bit familiar. To be honest, by this point of my life, I had reconciled with the fact that I'd never get to meet my father. That day I learned that Baba had been away not by choice, but because he was fighting for Kenya, for my entire family, so that my entire family could be proud and grow up proud. At this point, I'd just like to call members of the Odinga family, if you could just stand where you are, just to be recognized. We have Honorable Ruto Odinga. We have Honorable Winnie Kazi Odinga. We have Jaoko Odinga. We have my mom, Mama Judy. Wangi Sankara Kucho. Wangi Pauline Kucho. Mano Mano Nyangi. Wangi Nyangi Kucho. So, Dr. And we have Honorable Dr. Oburu Oginga. So, these are the Odingas who have come to join with you guys. Please sit down, and if I didn't mention your name, Pauline. Tonight we mark 20 years of Orange Democratic Movement, a movement that has shaped our democracy and inspired a generation. I stand here not only as a member of the ODM family, but as a son who lived through the journey, that built this party. My father, Baba, Raila Amolo Odinga, believed deeply in a just, fair, and united Kenya. ODM was his vehicle of advancing that hope, and it is an honor to celebrate that milestone, even in his absence. He taught us that freedom is earned, unity is built, and a dream of a better Kenya must always be kept alive. As we look forward to the next 20 years, let us recommit ourselves to the values that brought us here: democracy, equity, development, and dignity for all. Let us empower youth, protect our constitution, and work together across parties and generations to deliver opportunity to every Kenyan. The orange flame still burns. The journey continues. God bless you. God bless ODM. Just one more thing before I go. I've been at home supporting Mama, but Mama is strong. I've also come here to support Dr. Oburu, but Dr. Oburu is strong. The Odingas, we are one big family, and we are strong. We have a dream that was there from before, from Jaramogi to Baba, and we're still continuing, we're still fighting for this dream. We're together as one family because I'm strong, and even Winnie, my sister, she's also strong. She's started her journey, and we'll be with her, holding her hands. Asanteni.
Deputy Party Leader of Soti, 1 minute.
Your Excellency, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, our party leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Musalia Mudavadi, all the officials of the party, and our ODM wote. Good evening. Mine is very brief. One is just to thank the founder members of the party for having founded one of the biggest parties will come to number 2, ODM. And I think to number 2, ODM. And I think if we come back here 20 years, some of us will be alive. If we come back here 20 years, some of us will be alive. We want to see a strong ODM. An ODM that will continue to perform its role as a people-centered political party. People that are going to benefit from the progress of the party. So I just want to pray, as Gladys has said, that our founder sat down and agreed on many things. We will also sit down and reflect on the next 20 years to have a strong political party called ODM. Asanteni sana.
In form of recognition, all the MCAs who are here, you can stand up so that you can be recognized. My colleagues, members of parliament who are here, mkono namna hii, wakubwa, His Excellency is the governor, so the chairman is here of the Council of Governors. In the interest of time, You are the only ones who can talk at your own time. The rest are looking for time. So please donate this time to the visitors. Then lastly, Simbarati, my deputy party leader, Kamo.
Your Excellency, the President, our party leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga, the founder members of the party, the only party that I know have grown through in my 18 years in politics. Na wanachungwa. ODM. ODM. From the onset, let me thank the founders. You gave us a vehicle, a promise to the founders, a promise to the ODM fraternity that we will stand for the principles that you people you founded our party in. Number two, you know, nothing is easy as it looks. Everything takes longer than we expect. And if anything can go wrong, it will at the worst possible moment. But as long as we are there, we want to promise that our party, ODM, in another 20 years when we're going to celebrate 40 years, I'm sure that I will be there because I have around 55 years to die at 100 if Jesus Christ has not come back. Therefore, for those one of you who are here, Mr. President, I didn't know that you were deputy party leader. You were. That's what Mheshimiwa Chairman said. I remember Mheshimiwa Franklin Bett. You gave me a certificate after I closed Serena that day, 2013. You know, in ODM, it's the only party where you are supposed to be given a ticket in some hotel, in some petrol station. But I want to tell you, this roundup, we will make sure the certificate you have won the ticket at nomination, you get your certificate. That one will be able to do it. Finally, I want to just recognize there is a gentleman here, Kamau Waraila. This guy has worked with Baba. And there is one person called Morocco. Morocco, Baba, while you are doing what? Away. Morocco. Again, there is a trustee, and nimeambiwa atakuwa recognized. Wana ODM, tukae pamoja, kuwa na imani, tutatengeneza serikali inayokuja. Lazima tukae kwa hiyo meza. Asanteni, Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana. Board of Trustees wako hapa, Mheshimiwa Amos wako hapa, Agnes Zani, Joshua Kawino, and our party leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga. Now, nataka kualika the longest serving chairman of ODM, Honorable John Badi, who is currently the Minister for Finance of the Republic of Kenya. John Badi Ngongo.
Wanachungwa oye. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. Yes, I am the longest serving chairman of ODM to date. But that is why one thing that, one, is that there is one thing that I want to appeal to the membership of ODM on. We could disagree, we could have positions, we could grumble, but the moment the party leader spoke, that became the rule. And I want you to continue in that trajectory. Let us disagree, let us talk. But the moment Dr. Buru Odinga speaks, if he will still be our party leader, which I pray that he continues as the party leader, let us listen to him. Lastly, again, I want to plead with you. Raila Odinga has brought this movement very far. This movement, this is not a political party, Your Excellency. This is a movement. And a movement moves. Meaning it came from somewhere, it has reached somewhere. Let us not behave and act like we are starting all over again. We must start from where Raila has left us going forward. Let us not start all over again. We must appreciate that Raila has left us with a constitution 2010. That is something he really fought so hard for. Raila has made tremendous progress with us. I want to just conclude by saying that this party is built on the principles of agitation. That we went to the street, people lost their lives, people have been maimed. But by the end of the day, there was also boardroom politics that Baba promoted. Baba believed in dialogue. And boardroom politics, even though as we were fighting for independence, we were in the streets and fighting people, Mau Mau and the rest, young Kavirondo and the rest. But for us to get independence, people went to Lancaster, sat on a table, agreed. For us to get the constitution we have today, after agitation and fighting in the streets, people went to Bomas of Kenya. People went to Kilifi. People went to Naivasha. People spoke. We went to Kenya School of Government, what used to be called KIA, and discussed. Why can't we continue the same today? Even though you want us to go to the street, but we should remember that there is also value in boardroom. 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 Thank you very much.
Thank you, Osiris. Now, governors who are here, Your Excellency, we have Governor Otuoma from Busia. Let us recognize them officially. We have the governor for Garissa, Governor Nadif Jama, the governor for Kajiado County, Governor Olelenku, then my governor, George Mbogo Chilayako, Nyakor Jamboko, which will be okay. Then there is the governor for Kilifi. Here is Kilifi or Mombasa? Kilifi. Yeah, Mheshimiwa Mungaru. I think those are the governors that are here. So in the interest of time, Your Excellency, now before the experts went to your side, Your Excellency, to help you to work in your government, we are two deputy party leaders. We had Governor Joho and Governor Paranya. We want to close with those two. Governor Joho, please come so that you can say one word. If they remain in ODM, I mean if they remain outside government, wangesimama president, lakini zaidi najua Makende mekunjana. Sasa they can remain.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Huyu Junet one, Honorable Mumbi Ngaru said it here, that she confirms that I was a founding member. For a moment, when Junet was listing down founding members, I even rethought of there may be a new description of founding, because my understanding is to have been there when it was being conceptualized and planned and actualized. So wakati tulikuwa number 1 Imperial Hotel before the rally, where Najib Balala made the announcement and then followed up by a meeting at Imperial Hotel that evening that led to go to Machakos. I thought I was there. I thought I was there. And by definition, I would qualify to be a founding member. I would understand at that point it was difficult to notice me because I was a nobody. Some young guy from Kisauni who Baba believed in was there in some meeting somewhere, napitwa tu hapo. But even today you want to say you cannot notice me when I am the minister in the government of the day today. And then also you will remember that in 2008, Chairman, the biggest surprise in that election that you talked about was none other than Hassan Ali Joho. I was in my late 20s, and for the first time, I had gone to parliament, and I was elected as the National Organizing Secretary of ODM in 2008. Mulikuwa wapi? Wengine mulikuwa wapi? So sometimes when you see us agitating with certain issues, it's because we believe in this party. We've sacrificed so much for this party, and we've suffered so much. President William Ruto.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, and ODM hamjambo. I will be very short because I couldn't believe that we will be here today without Raila Amolo Odinga, especially when he was planning for this particular occasion, when he was alive 1 month ago. But there it is. Your Excellency, when Mbadu was here, he forgot to say, you know history, he forgot to say how he became chairman of ODM. How I took him, I hit him in my car to take him to Naivasha. And Raila was asking, why did you come with this guy? And he knew why I had traveled with him to Naivasha. But that's history for another day. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the party, what I will pray, Raila, those people who knew Raila, who are close to Raila, Raila never liked violence. People thought Raila was a violent person, but he didn't like it. It's only people who were around him who were violent. Raila didn't like controversies. And that's why when there was controversies in the party, he would make sure that those controversies are no more. They are sorted out as quick as possible. I want us to remain together so that we remain as a big party. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana, Waziri. Your Excellency, I want to call upon the Governor of Mombasa to call now Honorable Musalia. Before that, for 1 minute, Your Excellency, I want to explain something. Your Excellency, there is this thing that you have done together with Baba, which is the 10-point agenda that we signed at KICC. And a committee was formed to implement that process, led by Honorable Agnes Zani. I want to report here that Agnes Zani and her committee has reported, and they have reported progress. I met them together with the party leader, Dr. Buru Oginga. There were issues of compensation to our youths who lost their lives or who were injured in the elections from 2017 election to 2022 elections and beyond. And a committee was formed to compensate our youths who lost their lives, but the courts stopped that committee from doing that work. We want to request the judiciary to dispense off with that case urgently, so that those families and those youths of ours who lost their elections in the 2017 election and 2022 to get their money so that they can help themselves